See, I'm not seeing signs of rotation.
I'm not either. I mean, remember, as Brian teaches so well in the classes that we conduct, our Storm Alert Extreme and our training classes, there are a lot of tornado lookalikes. Just because you see a low, ragged cloud does not mean it's a tornado. And I didn't see any evidence of a tornado at that point.
I'm trying to get back there because I think this is where the main action is going on. But the hill plus the low clouds are making it very difficult. Nature does not make it easy for storm spotters.
Yeah, so again, best I can tell you is to stay in your safe place until this thing passes, until we give you an all clear. And again, I stress, if you are in Winfield and Ewan, this does not affect you. And Brilliant, you are not involved in this. We like to tell people who's in. We like to tell people who's out. And this is clearly a situation for areas north and west of the city of Hamilton here. But Hamilton is in the polygon, and you need to stay in your safe place for probably another 10 minutes or so. We'll let you know, and we can give you an all clear on that. Hackleburg is involved in this polygon as well. And it looks like it just went off my screen. Let's see if the Weather Service has canceled it. I don't think they have. They have not.
I have not seen a cancellation.
No, they have not canceled
it. We've also lost John Brown's stream, too.
Okay. Yeah, and understand that the cellular data can be very inconsistent during tornado situations like this. Tell you what, let's go back to the big picture, Brian. Let's go back to the main graphic system. Let's look at all the warnings in effect for the state. The Weather Service in Huntsville has posted a tornado warning for Franklin County as an extension to the storm that is passing west of Hamilton. So we've got that eastern part of Franklin County under a tornado warning, and that's that storm up in the Tennessee Valley that has been very problematic, the one that passed just north of Athens, that caused damage on the Tennessee River. Tremendous radar signature that is passing north and east of Huntsville. And I stress, that storm up there will not affect the city of Huntsville. There is another tornado warning polygon that now includes Lowndes County, Mississippi, and that's another one we're going to have to watch, because if that thing holds together, it might affect parts of West Alabama as well. In fact, that's got a pretty decent little signature on that. Let's go back to the high-res radar quickly. I'll show you the storm prompting the warning for Columbus, Mississippi. It's this one right here. This is US 82 that runs from Columbus back over to Starkville. That's 45 east and west. And again, that is a fairly significant tornado signature. This is the same tornado that came across Louisville, Mississippi that caused major damage. There has been major damage caused by this. It is a long-track tornado, and there's still very strong evidence it is still there. And that is moving up in the general direction of Columbus, maybe or just south of there. And if that thing holds together, it could impact Pickens County, Alabama. So again, at this point, we're going to have to watch this, and if you're in Pickens County, be aware that that storm could be in a position to prompt a tornado warning for you in just a little bit. Not now, but just in a little bit. Another thing, a point I want to make here, if you are watching us in Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Gadsden, like we've talked about for a long time, you have no problems for a while. It might be after 7 o'clock before you have any hint of a problem. Might even be after 8 or 9 o'clock if you're in East Alabama. So understand, this is a situation where it's just going to take a while for this stuff to reach the major metropolitan areas in our television market. And thankfully, by the time the storms arrive, the dynamic support will not be as great as what we have right now. And somebody is calling me on a Google Hangout. I don't know who that would be. It might be John Brown, but I turned that down. But again, there could be a tornado, yes, in Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden. Nobody should be letting down on your guard, but the dynamic support, the shear, the buoyancy, the conditions are not as extreme as they are right now. So hopefully by the time it reaches the larger cities, we'll have more of a wind and flooding threat, and that's bad enough. All right, Brian, you got the Stratastation camera. What do you got?
I'm trying to figure it out, James. All these trees and hills make it very difficult. Definitely looks like in that shot right there that we're getting a good deal of heavy rain. But I am concerned to see how fast those clouds appear to be moving across the field of view there. And there's a tremendous amount of lightning that's going on with this storm, too. Every time I seem to pan, I seem to get another lightning stroke. So lightning is also a danger out there as well. And
but again, the storm looks very disorganized on radar right now.
Yeah, it does. It's not looking nearly as well as it did a little bit ago.
I do believe that this is certainly a situation where we got a rather
Hey, New England, did you know Chevy offers impressive MPGs and safety? Check out Cruise Diesel with the best highway mileage of any gas or diesel car in America. Plus, Cruise comes with the most standard safety features in its class. Click now for all our great offers.
And it doesn't look like a classic tornado signature, which you see right here. So again, this is one of our 2 cameras we have in Hamilton. But the Weather Service is going to continue the tornado warning in effect until 6:15 for the next 30 minutes. I have an idea they're going to cancel this well before 6:15 as the storm will exit the county. But the latest update, the storm was indicated near Weston, moving northeast at 35. The rotation passed north and west of the city of Hamilton. And the good news, I've heard of no damage from this. We had a state trooper that reported a multiple vortex tornado. The Weather Service declared a tornado emergency, but again, at this point, I have heard of no damage coming out of either Lamar County or out of Marion County, which is a very good thing. So this will continue tracking up here into Franklin County. In fact, that rotational signature should be up into Franklin County in about the next 10 to 15 minutes. That's why I'm saying that the warning will be expired well before 6:15. So again, at this point, so far so good in that we've heard of no damage on this storm in Marion County. And that's the reason we are here. We apologize for those of you that have tuned in expecting a newscast. Anytime we have a county in our television market under a tornado warning, we come on the air and we stay on the air until the warning expires or the danger is over. And again, this has prompted this, and hopefully we can have a 6 o'clock newscast for you this evening. But again, this is Hackleburg, and of course this place was hit so hard in 2011. That was one of our 3 EF5s that day that came through Hackleburg and Phil Campbell, these 2 cities right here. This signature is going to be passing a little to the west of there, maybe affecting Hodges. And again, we stress, we just haven't seen anything. And let's go back to that Skycam, Brian.
The Hamilton Skycam is bandwidth with high definition is giving me a little fits trying to get it to move here. But we're looking at the area where we would expect, if we could see something, that we might see something in there. But we're still just not seeing anything, which is good. I don't want to sound disappointed.
Right. No, that's a very good thing. I mean, we are not.
But I'm also concerned about. You see that bright hole in the Skycam image there. I'm a little concerned that that could be the development of a rear flank downdraft, which can help to increase the possibility of a tornado occurring. But I can't be absolutely positive of that, and there is no evidence on the Skycam of rotation going on, so that's the good sign.
Let's take a picture coming off of Twitter. This is an image that was sent to us a little earlier. This was taken near Detroit, 4 miles from Detroit. This was a wall cloud. The person that took the image did not believe there was a tornado here. This was a wall cloud. And this was captured a little earlier in the life cycle of this. And this is when there was pretty firm evidence that we maybe had something down and through here. So again, that is a sign of what it looks like. And again, we got multiple cameras up in Hamilton. Here's another shot from Hamilton. And again, this is the same kind of thing that we're seeing from the various Skycams we have. So let's go back to the Skycam network. And again, we're just going to kind of watch this together. And again, Brian, you're my spotter trainer. So what have you seen over there?
Well, I was concerned about that bit of a bright spot, because that could be that rear flank downdraft. And again, James, we're not seeing any evidence really of rotation based on the scud clouds. Scud clouds can be a pain in the backside, but sometimes they can also be very helpful, because they can help you determine if there is rotation going on at the base of the clouds. And we're simply not seeing any of that in the way of rotation going on there. So that's good news. Even though there is a broad circulation within the thunderstorm itself, what we call the mesocyclone, we are just not seeing anything that would suggest. But that bright spot right there, what happens with the rear flank downdraft is that the air actually comes down on the backside of the thunderstorm and actually helps to evaporate. The downward moving air helps to evaporate some of the clouds and can often give us a bright spot like that. So that is of concern, but it's not. Rear flank downdraft plays a role in tornado formation, but it's not it's a well-identified feature, but we're not quite sure about all the interactions